So I guess I say teenagers, but I should say like mini adults, because I normally just call them mini adults. But like, if you know me, you know, like, I am pretty hands on. I am not, even though I had my kids early, and I struggled a lot early in just the beginning years of life. um I genuinely felt like a part of my calling was to be a mom. So I don't regret motherhood. Like, I'm not walking around with a bunch of regret, like, y'all took my best years. No, but I'm just getting started, okay? My best years is really just getting started. So, like, I don't have a regret. Like, sometimes, yeah, they have felt like a burden instead of a blessing. But at the end of the day, I'm a girl of faith, and I believe that, God placed them in my life and in my path, and for a reason. And He gave me the assignment, of mom, and I take that seriously. So, long story short, basically, within the training for a new job, which has had me training away, like out in like New York. And my daughter was telling me about an interview. My husband has basically had to like be working a couple like OT hours and things like that right now, which is understandable for his position. So my kids don't start driving school until like next semester, which was just beneficial for me and my husband's schedule, like, to make sure, because again, we don't stay in our home state. So like, our village is back in our home state. We're building around here, and even though we have family, they're still like an hour, 2 hours away. So like, me and him really have to do this parenting thing, which is cool. We just have to, we basically have to arrange our schedules to do that. So I'm like, hey, okay, I know you guys don't start, her and my youngest son don't start driving school until next semester. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to make it work. Even though I'm out of state, I'm going to fly back in for less than 48 hours. Make sure you're there. And I get it. Some people are like, well, why didn't you just let her Uber? Like, normally if she Ubers, I will allow her to Uber with her brother. But this is a job interview, and I wanted to be able to be here. And not only that, I feel like, it's always great to be able to have a prep talk, with your kids before they go into an interview. Make sure they're dressed, make sure they're articulating themselves, making sure that you're telling them, hey, have eye contact. Don't be, so submissive. Be confident in who you are, etc., etc. Okay. So I just try to make sure that I am here for these moments. So, again, I had to fly back in. I will literally need to be packing my suitcase so I can be flying back out soon. But these are the moments, like, that I feel like sometimes my daughter really take for granted. Like, I don't know sometimes if she really understand the sacrifices that goes into really being a hands-on mom, because other mothers I have seen make a lot of excuses, like, with my job, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, my kids know my job, but they know, like, they're over my job. Like, so I'm gonna just figure it out so that I can make sure that I'm always showing up, because you won't be in therapy talking about the mom that wasn't there. No, I was there. I was there. Okay, I don't care how many flights I had to catch, I was there. And yeah, I don't know, like, we was doing fine. Then we had a conversation, trying to regard some things about college, and then the whole mood switch. And I'm just like, listen, like, what, y'all, we be dealing with these teenagers with these mood swings, and they have no idea that our parents didn't even care. Like, and then our parents didn't even apologize. Like, I'm the type of parent, if I'm accountable, or I know that I have maybe said something wrong or whatever, like, I will apologize. Like, I ain't did nothing. I'm barely about to be here, and we got to deal with attitudes. Like, listen, anybody else stressed out?